way better than I expected.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matches start. Matches start.
But yeah, just as I finish my sentence, this is basically going to be the battle for the first place of their group, I believe.
NC Air, straight out of there. NC Reavers, Liberators, Galaxies, all heading towards the point.
Many TR that straight at the start destroyed the vehicle terminals of Waimir. Good job there.
The usual game start, big air pull, big air battle. It's quite interesting to see as well that the TR have quite a few reserve mosquitoes and a Sunder ready for getting those mosquitoes back in, but...
So NC tried to pre-cap Frostfall with 3 guys dropping from the ESFs. Except TR was totally ready with 3 Banshees on top and totally obliterated them. They couldn't even enter the building. Well done. This galaxy from NC is full of people. I hope it's gonna be able to survive and not drop all its people around, as I believe right now Moses are way superior to Reavers in the sky. Although maybe...
NC Armor moving up the road being contested by 2 TR Prowls on the hillside.
Oh no, that's so bad for NC, losing 2 Reavers crashing into each other into that dogfight.
NC Valkyrie trying to sneak around the edge of the map, getting focused by the mosquitoes, and the Valkyrie goes down. Essentially, what happened the last game?
The NC Reaver is totally wiped. They lost everything and now they're gonna lose the vehicles. Including a max. Oh, they really need to bail that max out.
NC with Beacon on the double stack of Frostfall Overlook. Several TR trying to defend it, and a mosquito. If only that guy who dropped had a decimate, he could probably destroy that mosquito. Mosquito with an inch of his life missing the drop pod.
Yep. TR is really well organized. Taking air control, leaving those 2 or 3 Mozzies with Banshees, defending the backup. And right now NC lost all their vehicles and they couldn't bail the max out. It means they're gonna lose a max out in the open. That's a lot of nanites.
TR moving down the road with Sunderers.
No fight for cap yet, but that's kind of to be expected at the start of this lane. But that's such an extended fight. I think that's already 3 or 4 minutes we're running. Am I right?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
In 10 seconds.
And TR has been crawling, gathering, moving inch by inch, slowly but surely. But now they are getting close to the point on geological with a bus and covered by 2 tanks.
2 TR Sunderers getting harassed by a Reaver, which is in turn getting harassed by the absolute insane amount of mosquitoes. NC Air flight ceiling just waiting to come down on these mosquitoes.
I don't see a single NC vehicle anywhere. Where is NC?
If you look at the air, you'll see the NCR Air Force just waiting to come down and pounce. NC Sunderers dealing with the TR Sunderers, but unchecked by the 2 TR Prowls, and the bus goes down. TR with Beacon and on the capture point.
Yep, TR got the entrance, which means now NC really needs to wipe the air if they want to contest geological now. This is turning into a full air battle. On the Reaver count, seems like TR still has a bit more air than NC.
NC being quite reserved with their air force and now getting pushed by TR to a point where they can't really help the NC on the ground.
I don't really like that. Although it seems like TR is getting the momentum, I believe this is a mistake. You would just want to just stay away and just block the NCR force from geological instead of just crashing into them.
A new conglomerate has taken the facility.
The point got wiped in the meantime by the NC infantry. Good job. Is there any pre-cap?
No pre-cap. Not seeing any sort of NC like Beacon or infiltrator waiting for the capture point, which is quite unfortunate.
TR Gal coming in from Frostfall. I believe we're gonna see some TR infantry coming in now. I dislike pulling infantry though for geological. I believe you need vehicles on the point.
TR back on point. Hit Geo.
I'm quite surprised to see. Basically, it feels right now RSPC is getting beaten at their own game of mass pulling ESFs. I can see 1 or 2 skywards, but that's not enough. There's way too many ESFs in the sky.
Quite a lot of Reavers just overextending, getting wiped out by ganking.
And now let's go. That guard is coming in, and TR already has the pre-cap. Let's see if the bus is coming in. PTSD starting very strong this half. Here comes the Banshees. Now they are totally free from defending the other point.
See, I have another galaxy behind the galaxy.
That's a dead Banshee. Very good job from the double burster max at the spawn room from NC.
Yeah, Cylinder on point. Galaxy going on the roof, using his bulldogs to punish the point. Tia Cylinder goes in to try and wipe the NC off the point.
I was really hoping there was some infantry inside those guys though, because those guys, if they just land here, they're gonna get killed by the anti-air. Even though they're repair guys, it's a lot of anti-air. Total air dominance still for TR. I guess the strategy of just attacking ESFs at the start on the spawn did really work in their favor. They were able to repull way more than NC, it feels.
Double Cobalt bus pushes the NC maxes.
Big air fight. I don't like that. TR is I just pushed on top of not amp, and he's trying to duel the Reavers on not amp. This is not good. They're gonna lose all their Reavers there, their Mozzies.
RSPC doing well to destroy the Cobalt Sunderer, but they do need to do something about all these mosquitoes before they even want to push back out.
Yeah, but their Reavers are stuck at the amp right now. Oh, what is this? This Mozzie has been on fire in the last 30 seconds and is still not dead. There we go, he's down. But RSPC lost all their Reavers again. The air is totally on control of PTSD.
Are you not better than the battle?
10 seconds until the base is rescued by NC, with TR slowly again making their way back to point.
No sign of a pre-cap ready. It feels like NC is very busy with this on the defensive side and is not able to project their forces yet.
A new conglomerate has taken the facility.
NC really needs to find a way to get rid of all those Mozzies now. They need to make them pay nanites. They lost way too much nanites already.
Lightning Thunder is getting harassed by the sheer amount of mosquitoes here.
I think it's more the fury that is an issue right now, because nose guns, they tickle. Okay, this is gonna turn into a very bad show for NC if they are not able to wipe this air in the next 30 seconds, next 2 minutes, I mean. And there's a massive air repush from NC. I count something like 10 Reavers coming in. But still, as many Mozzies flying.
We're seeing maxes on the bridges not really contributing to the fight and getting gunned down by the mosquito. We see another TR Sunray come in and luckily manages to roll.
I believe those are burster maxes that are trying to help their friends by taking down those Banshees. Understandable. Although I dislike the use of Max, to be honest. It's gonna be very hard to move away from this base right now.
NC using quite a lot of Sunderers to try and cross the lake while getting harassed by mosquitoes and harassers, but I think we're about to see the second NC Sunderer die to that harasser.
Yep, there it is, it's down. But then be able to punish him, it feels not. Oh, the harasser is down, nice shot. The Ultra actually claiming the kill.
TR still on point here. NC just trickling in, trying to snipe the TR.
Yeah, but they have to be quick. That Banshee is repairing and is very soon to blast them again.
Rise to the moment you can
Oh, good
prevail.
job. NC actually pushing in lightnings to kill the tanks. To kill the Sunny on point. That's a very good spot. Very good move. Nice one. That's a major move for NC right now.
NC wiping TR. Will we see the NC now push out and try and get rid of the TR Sunderers now coming in to give TR more spawn options?
Let's see how it goes.
1 minute 40 on the resecure.
I've been quite impressed in the exhibition matches and the first match PTSD played with their logistics, which is why, let's say, on the previous match, OP, for example, really lacked logistics and spawns. But I see PTSD pulling more and more buses. That's a very good job. And holy hell, so many Moses in the sky again. Could the NC be pulling some ESFs again? I feel like their air might be grounded right now, NC. TR might have been able to pull down their nanites. Yeah, I would really like to see 1 or 2 NC sneak up to geological, get beacons ready, and try to get some timing. Oh, and that's the case. We have a stalker here on Frostfall. They really need that timing on the attack, because
I find your
they won't be able to breathe in otherwise.
These NC Lightning are doing quite a good job at contesting the TR Force multipliers.
Oh no, 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 no. Why is there no more NC?
35 seconds. TR have the point at geological survey.
It's just 2 guys and an harasser. They can totally wipe that. Let's go and see. Okay, this is wiped. Now they really need that flip. This harasser doing God's work. I swear. He just killed another lightning.
path of enlightenment.
TR Beacon at the flag tower.
And another lightning is down. Not even able to train the harasser.
We're going to start seeing more TR Sunderers coming in here. Spawn solutions, Beacon, Sunderers pushing on point in the last 20 seconds.
Very good use of the timer from TR. Very good use of the timer to just methodically gather the multiplicators, wipe the NCs little by little, and take control of the point again. With the stronghold, that's going to be at least 1 more minute on the timer for them right now. Or maybe not? I believe this harasser is going to struggle with his... Yep, that's a dead harasser.
So for people in chat, yes, the title is wrong, but this is PTSD versus RSPC.
Let me edit that title right now. Sorry for that, chat.
Unfortunate TR Light Assault trying to take out that lightning. TR slowly getting wiped on point. Trying to keep their Sunder up. Double lightning, both sides pushing in.
Rise to the moment you can prevail.
Yep, but I see more multiplayers coming again from TR. They're already pulling Sundays from Frostfall.
But-
This and the Gal is coming in. So they're doing everything they need to just block and force NC to staying at Geological on a very good way right now.
It's all we need to do. Just keep putting that pressure on. Keep contesting. Keep contesting. Don't give the NC time to regroup and to formulate a backcap.
Yourself to lose.
Absolutely, because they have that one dude, Stalker, ready to just blast a full squad on the point.
40 seconds on the cap. TR still have beacons up, and they do have a Galaxy in reserve. If they really wanted to, they could do a quick drop. Not many NC on the point.
There we go, title updated.
TR could push his point right now and assert dominance.
Yep, and I believe they're gonna flip it. They have this time. Again, very nice use of the timer from TR.
NC seem quite separated and quite scattered all over the place, whereas PTSD have been quite cohesive in their pulls and pushes. We're constantly seeing NC getting picked up one by one.
It feels though NC is superior on pure infantry because they are really able to give up, like, very wipe the infantry right now. Although there's a massive respawn, they have a lot of spawn options for TR. And another bus coming in. Those harassers, amazing work. Always 064. I think right now TR is doing a severe mistake in ignoring the bridge, because as you can see, NC from the bridge are just blasting rockets on their false multipliers.
But the Musketeers are keeping them at bay. And while TR do have people on the point and Sunders to spawn on and beacons, they can keep the NC on the bridge as long as they like. The longer NC stay on their side of the bridge, the more time they give TR to solidify their position.
Still no air to be found on the NC side. There's a bunch of like almost a dozen Mozzies on TR side that has never been fully wiped yet. Let's see what the NC are doing. I don't see them anywhere.
Victory has
This feels like a
been
drop is
with us.
coming.
Fight harder.
Or maybe a massive air ripple? Yep, I see some Mozzie. Oh yeah. Okay. Now NC is pissed. I believe that's 24 Reavers right now coming in the fight.
It's good to that TR have managed to take control of the bridge just to prevent that extra spawn room from being put in play. Using the Sunder as a false multiplier to hold the main spawn. But I'm hearing a lot of Reavers coming in on my ears.
Yep, that's the full NC right now are either those two Skyquads or ESFs. That's, I believe, a lot too much nanites, but also a very good decision. They need the air. They never got able to wipe the air from the TR once.
Seeing these Reavers just dive bomb the point, not making much of an impact. Although it did look cool. Still quite a few Reavers up.
Numbers though, it's basically nobody left on the point. 50 seconds. Can the NC actually take that back? They need to drop now from their Reavers. They need to get on the point now. Oh wow. These,
And NC have it.
I'm sorry because I'm kind of biased, but Nalo just dropped in from his ESF with the Daimyo and got 4 kills in 4 bullets and just wiped the TR on the point.
TR back in the game, they've managed to drop back in. A few NC trying to contest the point, 20 seconds to go. Can TR hold it for another 15 more seconds?
It's gonna be able to. Or are they? There's many TR. Is the NC enough? I don't think NC has enough people.
Where's the air support going for NC? Airhammers, where are you?
3 seconds. NC desperately going on the point, but that's a cap. That is a cap.
Well played to PTSD there. In the last few seconds, they managed to grab the cap.
I don't see where NC was.
But that was an amazing pull by NC. I just think they had too many people in the air. They did what they need to do. They wiped the ground, but they didn't quite follow it up with infantry. They tried, but in the end, TR managed to beacon in and get the cap.
It's like, I believe the pool was good, and they got air control because I don't see SFs anymore. But the transition from that pool to going back on the ground never happened.
NC, big response for the back cap. Unfortunately, TR haven't got a back cap going. Don't have any sort of infiltrator. Don't have any sort of like mosquito or light assault ready for put a beacon down.
Yep, I believe NC right now is just gathering back their how to say that, like take off their head from like the aftershock of I don't know what's happening.
NC Sunderers now making a play for the bridge and the lake. Will they come back in force?
There's many rockets ready for to welcome them though.
Mosquito slowly pushing over the lake, trying to contest what remains of the NC Air Force.
I don't see anything on the ground anymore for TR. Yep, that's what I was expecting.
NC on the point.
From TR.
NC on the point, I believe.
Yep, but that's a very poor timing for them because TR are all in the sky, and which means if they lose the air battle round now and see, they are never going to be able to contest without the air support on geological.
NC beaconing in, harasser almost team killing there, and the NC get the cap. Mosquito comes in for quick vengeance.
Yep, NC has the cap, but there's total air control. The NC air got wiped, and that's like a dozen mosquitoes that are now gonna turn back towards geological and wipe the point.
They do have a Sundra though. NC do have a stealth Sundra. They can come back into this.
I doubt the Sunder is gonna be able to leave a dozen mosquitoes searching for him.
The Mosquito seems to be interested more in the harassers, but a guy hits the Mosquito from the Sundra, giving the position away. Burster Max absolutely asking for it.
The Terran Republic has taken the
You're just banning them onto your bus, and they shoot from the bus. Oh no!
Oh, the Max gave the position away, and unfortunate for RSPC here.
How is the pop on not research? And yeah, as I was expecting, not research is a fight right now between a small infantry group. And that's TR in control of the point. TR is gonna flip that. NC really need to come and now and wipe them as soon as possible.
NC slowly coming in for the response. TR squad already in position.
There is a hot spawn option. A bus is on the gate where you can see a dot right now. There is a cloaked bus, so... Oh, wait. Has there been a backup on Frostfall again?
Oh, I think there has.
Yep, the timer is flipped. Okay, I believe NC should just redeploy away from Survey right now and wipe not. They have no hot spawns on geological. Or do they?
2 NC beacons remain.
It's only beacons. Working on beacons is fine if you're doing to get time, but trying to cap from beacons doesn't work. Your bus coming in, trying to hide from that Mozzie. Is he stealthy enough? That's a yes.
truly allow yourself to lose.
And now it's cloaked. Has it been spotted? No. Oh, this mosquito didn't see the bus? No, we didn't. Okay, NC has 30 seconds to get back on the cap. because TR is very ready to flip the point and not research right now.
15 seconds. Can the NC get another beacon up and push his point in the last 10 seconds?
They have a bus, although it's pretty far. It's just under the bridge right now.
Well played. What NC Light Assault managed to wipe the few TR on point.
Trying to get crossfired though. Oh, this is very hard.
1 versus 1. Oh, I'm unlucky for the NC.
No, and no one from NC went and wiped the point or not research, which means it's gonna straight flip towards TR.
7 seconds. The Burster Max is trying to retreat across the bridge, gives away another Sunderer.
The Terran Republic.
Oh, NC tried another air pool again, but they might be getting control right now. I think I see way more Reavers, although some are burning right now. Yep, that's NC back in control of the air for, I think, the second time of the game only. This is big for NC, but they need some infantry to come and wipe, not research as soon as possible, because TR is stacking so many people in right now.
TR are already peeking in mass. Not enough NC infantry to essentially defend the base. The majority of the air again is in the air.
At least the air found the bus, so they're the 2 buses. So the hard spawns are gonna vanish, but they really need to take that point back. Good job from the Reavers, wiping those hard spawns.
Few TR get caught in the open by the Reavers.
Big repush of NC at the double doors. In the meantime, without the air support, the TR are...
Triple TR beacon. Air support managed to wipe a lot of the TR, but TR have big stairs. TR now pushing to the A point. Double doors is undefended.
I think this needs like 1 or 2 maxes, but I believe NC are quite low on nanites after pulling ESFs like that again. Those Reavers, as much as I understand that they are shooting inside, right now they're just blocking the infantry. They really need to do something else than that.
Rise to the moment you can prevail.
How is it going on the other side? NC reaching those big stairs. All of Kongs. Point. Briefly flipped, but a raise nade allows the TR guys to take back control. Let's see. That's so. Even if TR doesn't get that cap, it's already 3 minutes in the timer. So that's God's work. That's them able to repull air, take back control of the air, and come back stronger on that fight afterwards.
NC on the point, but TR still control corridor and big stairs.
Yeah, but they're gonna get wiped. It's 100% they're gonna get wiped. They want enough time. Oh, the first actual NC max we see pulled in a while.
Zombies on corridor. Get absolutely destroyed. Last minute attempt by TR.
A max with shotguns instead of having those weird small basilisks.
I mean, it's quite weird to see an NC Max with shotguns outside the Biolab natural habitat as it is, so...
As I expect, TR is full massive pulling Mozzies right now, but at least NC is aware because they had a scout Reaver that most likely is going to pay from his life.
They have 1 minute 30 to get back onto point.
Yep, and they are, for that, pulling massive airball again to wipe take air control.
We see quite a lot of NC Reavers potentially going to meet this Air Force.
Yep. And those Reavers were totally ready thanks to that great scouting from that Reaver that went at the biolab and was just waiting to pick the info of the push of the pool.
10 minutes left. 10 minutes left.
Ooh, only 10 minutes. That's gonna be tough to actually get that 1-1 for NC right now.
With 10 minutes on the timer and with 1 minute on the counter, that'll take NC and TR 9 minutes to essentially cap another base.
Oh, NC is not aware of that bus. They totally missed it. The TR bus moving towards geological crossed the bridge,
Yeah, seen.
while the NC went on top of the bridge and totally didn't realize there was a bus. Oh no, this could be bad. Oh, hopefully. Wait. This heavy needs to spot that bus.
Oh, it's
Yup.
been spotted. Every time I'm in an observer cam and I see vehicles moving and I'm following it, I feel like the old school cop documentaries, like the Bad Cops or like it is, like a helicopter chasing a villain through the streets.
Yep, and as I feared, even though the NC were totally aware of that pool, of massive air pool, they are losing the air again, and this is very bad for them.
A new conglomerate has taken the facility.
I feel like when I'm following Sunderland, I need to have like a news copter commentary, like here we have a Sunderland doing illegal moves,
I mean,
going down the freeway.
really illegal moves on NOT. Are they aware of it? Oh yeah, they are, and they are in. Oh,
And
this is another path. I don't use this path usually. Nice one.
another TR Sunderland joins the base.
Yep, on the meantime, NC tried to back up geological, but TR was fully ready with one Banshee, an Harasser, and some infantry. So that's gonna be... I believe that's gonna be NC totally going for defense to be able to keep it at 1-0 from now. They cannot possibly...
TR Galaxy coming in for drop.
Is this a drop guard? No, that's a repair guard. I think it was here to help his Reavers. I don't think it has anyone on board. Side of the pilot.
Oh, very anticlimactic drop there.
No, I believe that he just parks it here with some repairs and is gonna use the Bulldogs.
Right next to the NC beacon.
Yep, oh,
NC pushing double doors. TR wiped. Still some resistance on corridor and big stairs.
ooh, that might be a mistake from TR. They totally dedicated to that push now. Is there any NC around Servicam? No, there isn't. Okay. So they're gonna be able to bail out and to get away with that.
15 seconds on the timer. NC pop a geological survey. Will we see a back cap?
I didn't see any pop. Maybe?
TR on the ground floor, using a Sunder as a quick spawn option, pushing big stairs.
TR's
Triple max push.
Oh, a Stalker is flipping the point for NC. He has been spotted, he's 1v2. Oh, sadly he's gonna fall down.
TR on the point, and not research camp.
There is a beacon from NC. It's taken down right now. Did anyone...
Unfortunate for RSPC, they couldn't hold the point.
No. Oh, and TR is now getting a harasser in, it seems. Or trying to. Oh, the harasser spotting the max push. Let's see. As much as people seems to hate on the new version of the NC shotguns, it's just scary at close range. But definitely it is not going to be enough to face those two Mercy Maxes on their face. Oh, very low HP one. It's going to be able to get away with that. Yeah, this is right now the worst case scenario for NC. They don't have the point, they don't have any multiplayers, and instead it's ER with a lot of mosquitoes again, and full air control. Together with many maxes,
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
and 5 minutes is more than enough to get that cap going for a TR. Yeah, NC took back control of their small shape building, and now heading to the dubs. Anything fancy on your side?
Not a lot. I've seen a few TR Maxes essentially roam around the base and deal with it, but they seem to be consolidating now on the point. NC back in the room, back on point again. TR pushed back to corridor. TR in control, total control of big corridor and skinny.
Yep. And back control on the point. I must say, even with all those multipliers, NC is still able to do decent by flanking several angles, and I see many Reavers back. This is salvation for NC, they're gonna be able to defend that. Oh, that light assault's doing hot God's work. Taken down by those CRs. Stacking again at double doors. Good job from some Nancy are pulling attentions towards the big stairs.
Victory has not eluded us.
As much as TR is doing God's work holding this, I don't see them holding 2 minutes with what they have right now in. Yep. A very nice coordinated push from Nancy.
Rise to the moment you can prevail.
TR counter pushing onto point, pushing the NC back again. NC using a defensive beacon to keep the pressure going on the capture point.
I just had a terrible glitch, hopefully it happened far from the base.
Fight hard.
I'm quite amazed to see TR back in this, even though NC have air control? Oh, they found, there is a hot spawn, and NC just found it. So that's a dead Sunday.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
NC just need to stall that cap a little bit longer, and there's no way for TR to get that. Let's see, was that enough from TR?
Rise to the moment you can
Yeah, I
prevail.
believe they can still flip that base. Although they don't have hard spawns anymore, or do they? No. They don't. They're gonna rely on beacons.
I think TR could get this base. I mean, I'm counting 1 minute 18, and I think the base might be 1 second out on this. And if NC can flip this point, all hope of capturing this base for TR go out the window. Yep, TR cannot capture his base. NC managed to get out that 1 critical second.
1 minute left.
Good work from NC stalling that base.
All he needed was 1 second. I think the clock and the timer was like literally 1 or 2 seconds out, but both teams now need to see, stop throwing grenades, stop throwing C4, get the nanites back, ready for the next round.
Oh yeah, because that's only 8 minutes to reload those nanites. So anyone that
30
reaches,
seconds left. 30 seconds.
anyone that reached 0 nanites during that round is not gonna be able to fully gather 700 nanites again.
You are better than this. Show them.
I'm quite surprised at the result of that first round. Amazing job from PTSD, proving that they are showing off a lot on this part of tournament.
Even in their practice games and earlier games in that time, even in their earlier practice games, and they've done quite well as infantry and as armour.
Leave the continent.
And we start to see both teams now leaving the continent for the reset.
One Skyward alone gonna be able to do.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Match start.
Okay guys, it's time to pull your best GTA memes, and here we go again, Dodzo.
So TR coming in with a swarm of mosquitoes, exactly like last time. And they're bullying the vehicle terminal at Geo Survey Camp.
They did the same on Wymere at the start of the other round.
But I do feel a few of them have actually crashed. NC Reavers coming in.
Very good use of the air to ground. A duel on the cap, and that's Maker losing that duel to Nalo, but Nalo is gonna get down by the air to ground ESFs. So this is TR flipping this base defensively. How about the air? How is it going?
See that Musketeers are slowly winning. A few NC Reavers essentially overextending and getting ganked in the air.
Yep, I believe some Reavers really are going too far from the group. Am I seeing an air hammer trying to dogfight here? I am. Would be a shame if he get any kill, and he actually does. The TR just went full ham into the NCs. That's not a good idea. I believe you have to keep your range towards from Reavers. Baltic is blasting if you're CQC. Way better start on NC side, I believe, this time. The air fight is equal when they were already wiped at that point.
TR Prowlers slowly making their way in.
Oh, maybe take back what I just said, because NC are not pulling more ESFs, it's only the few air guys left. And TR full pulled another squad of Mozzies and are now totally blasting the ESFs. Reavers need to bail out, oh no. TR is totally in control now.
TR contesting point at Frostfall Overlook. Beacons going up. TR Galaxy to the rear.
I believe RSPC is not emphasizing enough on the air. They do the first pull with everyone, and then as soon as they die, they just die. It's done. When TR just repulled like almost a dozen of Mozzie again. This Galaxy sadly is gonna fall down. Big boom. I can see some ground lock-ons on NC side, trying to wipe those TR's air, but they're not focusing the same targets. You do not focus targets with Annihilator, you can...
NC are capping the point at Geo, but they're getting destroyed by mosquitoes. Can the harasser kill the pilot before he can resecure?
How good is the canister? Yeah, that canister taking down the... Oh no!
But there is one heavy. And it's TR harasser joining the fight. Unfortunately, NC don't seem to have a beacon to reinforce. But they do. Oh, NC are beaconing in. They do have a hidden beacon somewhere I cannot see.
Yeah, it's on top of the L shape now.
Maybe a little bit too late though for NC.
I don't think TR is close to the point at Frostfall at all. Yeah, they aren't. Only a bus coming to deploy now, but it's already getting focused down.
NC, take the point.
Let's see now. TR has a hold spawn, but
NC Thunder are going down to a small team harassing TR with a stealth Sunday on the north-western side of the base.
kind of questionable. But I understand the wish to have another spawn, but on this base, why not just go on the teleporter and use the bridge? This is so much better.
I find your effort lacking.
I must say good job from NC contesting that cap. But if they don't wipe the air, it's all for nothing. They need to use that time to wipe vehicles now. But instead, I only see mosquitoes camping on top of the biolab, totally ready to blast NC. How's the point at Geological?
It's just NC did really well to try and hold it, but with all the mosquitoes, they eventually do lose their cap on the point. The use of a TR stealth Sunday in the northwest allows TR to just quickly respond to any sort of cap. 15 seconds on the cap. All sorts of NC vehicles getting contacted and delayed from entering the area. Mosquitoes slowly but surely wiping the NC presence. NC beaconing in continuously, but as soon as they arrive, they get
Single heavy reaching the point at Frostfall. TR is flipping the point at Frostfall from a single person and one bus deployed, and that's TR taking the upper hand now in the aggression. TR holds Frostfall.
PTSD infiltrator taking out a few unsuspecting NC there.
Fast response, very fast from NC. They're gonna be able to wipe that point very soon. Just few seconds, one. Oh, I see a Max coming in for TR.
Failure is not the path of enlightenment.
Max very weak and no NG. Where is your NG, Mr. Max? There he is. Point is defended, but
Taken the facility.
is NC able to flip on Geological? Seems like it. Yep. If this heavy knew the HP of that Max, he wouldn't even try to pull that DSE.
And the last of the TR matches go down.
The pre-cap happened on Frostfall meanwhile.
But again, the mosquitoes responding kind.
Yep. NC needs to find a way to block TR air for at least 4 minutes if they want to have any chance into getting Geological.
We are seeing a few TR mosquitoes camping the biolab, just waiting for those reavers to get pulled.
Yep, the NC were doing the exact same the few times they got the upper hand. Scouting there is very good, because you're able to say, there is a pool, so you're able to group up all the mozzies that are split between ground farming and other stuff right now.
TR with a stealth sun on the hills, using it as a springboard to attack double stack, but
Yep, the bus is on top of the hill just behind Mako right now.
TR mosquitoes using their lol pods to keep the enemy at bay. TR slowly moving up towards the south side of A point, flanking round.
NC needs to gather 1 or 2 more infantry inside the point right now.
Not many NC on the point.
Yep, they're not going to be able to cross with all the mozzies. That's the thing. So, it's those 2 guys against the full push, and that's not going to be enough. Here we go, TR in control. For how long? So many NCs are already on the point though. Good response from NC, but they need the air. They desperately need the air. The air is nowhere near coming. I really don't understand the use of that gal. Oh, that was an anti-lock-on gal. Nice try, but already taken down.
NC going for the anti-air cannon despite the fact that it's been hacked for quite a while. NC pushing double stack. No NC pop at Geo.
No NC pop at Geo and no NC pop in the air, which means this is just gonna stay like this until at some point PR gets on the point and NC cannot cross anymore because of the ESFs. Good cleanup from the two NC guys. That infill and that heavy just got that defense. But still, they desperately need some anti-air solution right now, NC.
A new conglomerate has taken the facility.
This is a show I very dislike to watch. I'm somewhat feeling glad I'm not playing this game right now. Ground pound everywhere, that's all.
TR managed to get on point.
Oh, that's a very big mistake. Those NC people are trying to repull air from the biolab right now. But there's two Mozzies on top of you guys. Don't try.
All the mosquitoes now are flying to the biolab to stop that pull.
Absolutely. And they are totally rightful to do so. I don't understand why NC is not going to pull from the warp gate. It's allowed. See how important those scouts are. Those scouts spotted that, and now many TR Mozzies went back and are blocking. And that's a river that is getting totally blast crossfired.
But with the mosquitoes now preoccupied on the pad, NC could redeploy, give up that idea, get in the spawn and push while the mosquitoes are distracted.
The problem is with the amount of NC Reavers I see flying right now, it might be more than just the pilots respawning. But it's lots of nanites on NC that are getting wasted. I believe they are taking control though. Yep, that was the last mosquito falling down.
And here we have the NC Reavers coming in to exact some sort of vengeance on the TI infantry. But do the NC have infantry ready to make a push?
They need to take down the harasses first before anything. And they also need to find that bus in the mountain. I think it has been found. I don't see it anymore. Yep. Slowly but surely, NC is wiping this point right now. They need to land their ESFs and everyone on full HP though, because I expect, yep, massive air pull from TR coming in.
Victory has not eluded us. Fight harder.
They need to get all their ESFs max HP and pull some anti-air to help the ESFs now, right now. If they don't win the next air fight, they're gonna be stuck for 4 or 5 more minutes again. Job. Scouting this with the ESF. Taking down that ESF pad on the AMP station. You see what TR is right now? Any clue on where is the TR dots are? I don't see them on the map. Where are they?
They've probably gone to pull more air, but I think that the fight had been taken to Geo Survey.
Oh, you need to save your Reavers. NC, don't waste your Reavers now.
It's like they're using themselves to contest the vehicle pull at Geo Survey.
Could it be that PTSD just lost a bit control of the air? Oh, that's the massive air pull. Yup, it's coming. A good dozen of Mozzies are coming in straight into the face of the NCs. So I believe this NC Reaver is going to be able to call that out to his friends and run away. Or is he not? He totally is aware now. Okay, NC is gathering up. They know it's coming.
5 seconds, they've got to make this push. Hopefully they don't get back out while they have the majority of their people in the air.
24 minutes remaining in the round. 24 minutes.
New conglomerate
There
has taken
is
the
an
facility.
NC beacon and a stalker though on geological. But he's taking all the cautions in the world because there is a heavy holding that. Good point.
We see both air forces slowly try and outrange, deal with each other. But Reavers are going down.
Wants to lose this air fight right now because the one that loses it lose control of air for a solid 4 minutes, and they know that they're both low nanites, I expect.
NC pulling Sunderers, TR pulling Sunderers. It seems to be quite a mirrored situation here where we have Air Force versus Air Force, Sunderers versus Sunderers.
I believe the NC guys need 1 or 2 anti-air like Skywars or something like that. Oh, let's see. Will this lightning be able to pull a shot on Mozzie? Oh, that's way too low, lightning.
Both Air Forces keeping at range, not wanting to commit either way.
I see the double ranger buses on TR side being very useful right now at moving the NC people away. Yep. That's 1 Reaver down already. I hear a canister on the point. Yep, NC on the point at geological. They must not commit their air though. They are slowly losing that air fight somehow because of that ground to air. Oh, look at that Res Mosquito flanking on his own. Are the NC aware of it? Yeah, they are. Come on, turn everyone on them.
NC with a Sunderer at Geo Survey. A few Musketeers have detached from the main fight and come to support and lull Pub infantry.
I dislike what NC is doing right now.
But they have the point. All they have to do is like contest the Mosquitoes, but they're doing it too far away.
The problem is that no one is taking care of that double Ranger Sunday that just deployed under them, and this is going to be a pain for the ESFs, and they're going to be taken down. Also, at this point, this bus should be having at least 1 anti-air weapon instead of Cobalts.
PTSD having the exact same stealth Sunday locations before, using it to just snipe away the NC on point.
Yep, and as I feared, the anti-air bus wiped 1 or 2 Reavers. That was enough for the call of let's push into them from the Mozzies. And now the Mozzies totally wiped the air.
Very unfortunate NC harasser on point there. It's a shame that this Thunderer doesn't have any sort of anti-air capability.
Exactly. I don't understand this from NC side. They are struggling to fight the air, and they are not putting anti-air on their vehicles. They really need to change the loadouts. Because they just lost every ESFs now. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mosquitoes that are totally free roaming now. And this is a geological NC is never gonna be able to flip.
TR managed to kill the NC defender at Frost of Overlook, just waiting for that cap. At 35 seconds, can NC take that point back?
Even if they can, again, the air totally gonna overwhelm them in very few seconds if they come back.
NC need to deal with that stealth Sunday bus because the TR can so easily outflank the A point. Hopefully this harasser doesn't give its position away. They must know there's a Thunderer there.
Now the mosquitoes totally wiping every single spawn option from the NC, terminal. If NC manages to pull this cap without a single force multiplier, it's more gonna be of a miracle than anything. I could see a bus coming in, but is that bus having anti-air? No, again. Poor life choice.
And here we have the mosquitoes coming to feast yet again.
And even a bus and a harasser coming in for a TR. This is not gonna happen. Although RSPC is a very talented team and experience, I believe they might be leading a bit of they might be lacking a bit of XP on the leadership right now. I got to know from Falcon, one of the leaders, that they were putting someone that is quite new to the Lanesmash format as a squad leader, and that might be one of the reasons. I don't know. That's up to them to find out.
Show them.
But PTSD very controlling this game. I'm starting to see some anti-air weaponry on the NC buses, but he's alone.
We're seeing a few NC Reavers coming in, just holding back ever so slightly, waiting to try and pick off some mozzies.
This is more than a few though.
A bright yellow Reaver overextends and gets 4 versus 1.
The thing is, Reavers, it's better to just jump in and try to get that kill with your Voltec. What they did earlier didn't work out, NC. They must have realized staying at long range doesn't work against mozzies like that.
It seems quite unfortunate for NC because they do this air pull, they wipe the mozzies, and then they go back to infantry, but the TR pull more mozzies and they come back and farm that infantry, and it's just like a very vicious circle right now. Whereas the NC don't maintain that air presence. They pull air to wipe the air, but then they go back to infantry, and they get wiped out again, and it's just rinse and repeat.
Although this time, they might be able to pull an air dominance, controlling the air while controlling the point on the offensive. Which could be a massive difference to what we had until now.
But fair play to RSPC. They are still contesting, or at least attempting to contest, the point of geological survey. But with 10 seconds on the reset.
I don't think there's any backup ready for TR though, so... Oh, there is! There is a bus! Cloaked bus at the I-shape on the south. I see Michael on the point. Flipping the point. No NC around. Oh, this is terrible! For once NC had the air control and was able to push, but they totally got wiped. And TR dude hacks the terminal. This is a disaster right now.
NC pushing in as a squad. TR beacons up. TR on point. And we'll see who wipes who. NC Reavers coming back to support.
The Reaver need to find the harasser the spawn option as soon as possible.
I think they found it.
No, there's another one on the ice shape. They're spawning from it.
We see quite a few TR heavies firing at ESS from that Sunderer, giving the position away.
Exactly. Oh no, that's a dead Reaver. The NC is losing Reavers on many other stuff right now where they shouldn't be losing those Reavers, because I believe those seconds are God's work, because they're gonna able TR to pull some Mozzies again and come back and wipe the air. TR has so much control over this game, it's insane. Yep, here comes the Mozzies. RSPC finally finds out the location of that Sunday, but that's way too late. You don't have any air control anymore. The lock-on manages to take down one Mozzie, but that's again something like a dozen of mosquitoes up, and these Reavers getting picked straight at the spawn of the biolab. Dead Reaver. NT really needs to start pulling from Wargate instead of the bio. They lost 4 or 5 Reavers from that.
New conglomerate has taken the facility.
Meanwhile, on the point, massive push. This Max sadly is gonna be taken down. Ooh, good flank from that NC heavy. Able to take down 2 or 3 people before the Mosquito avenge his friend. Who's hell pods though. Literally throwing hell at the face of the NC right now.
Not many TR left on point. 2 infantry, 1 max.
They just need people on point because they don't need more than 1 or 2 with the amount of ground pound that is around.
TR quickly recovering there.
Again, double cobalt bus sure is effective against infantry, but very questionable when you don't have any air control at all.
Parking up near the TR infantry, asking to get C4 and decimated.
Absolutely. Dodge's brand need those C4s though.
Sunner goes down almost immediately, making no impact. TR Harasser responds in kind, running over NC.
I feel like there's a very misuse or poor usage of multiplicators from the NC side. When TR is doing God's work with those few harassers and all the air they pull.
There's 12 minutes remaining in the match. 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Unless a miracle, I really don't see winning NC getting back into this game, especially now that TR is gonna win a lot of time on this. Here comes the Mozzies back. And that's a full repush getting wiped. Although? Yep. Although we don't call RSPC the necromancers for nothing. With some resonate advantage. NC is back on control of that cap, but for how long is now the question. No air again.
Big TR push coming from that southern Thunderer. Hopefully we can see PTSD manage to get onto point in the last 30 seconds.
PTSD is showing some great Lanesmash performance.
TR coming through both doors here. Max is in, wiping out the corners, 1 NC on point. And within the last 22 seconds, TR got the cap. So now they have to hold it now for 3 minutes. 3 minutes 30 they have to hold this base for.
I can see that happen.
With 10 minutes left in the game, this could be a cap.
Absolutely. I think right now TR would really win from having a bus close to that point. Something like a Cobalt or a Bulldog bus.
The TR are doing quite a good job at essentially surrounding the base with mosquitoes, but with a mosquito right above the spawn room, NC don't seem interested in using any stuff anti-air. You see an infiltrate going for the anti-air terminal, which kind of scares the mosquitoes, but they're still waiting, an infiltrator waiting to hack that terminal back. Both infiltrators trade on the A gun.
As long as NC don't wipe the air and the spawn options, because there's still those hard spawn options. Oh no! This is so sad! This NC light assault managed to sneak through up to the bus, pulls the 2C4, I can see them on that TR bus, but got killed straight as he clicked them. That's a sad face. Because without that Sunday, it would be way easier for the NC right now pushing back into that point. And we're halfway through.
Show them.
2 minutes left on the capture.
Judging by the amount of pop, I believe NC is gonna go for another river push. Yeah, they are putting rivers again. This is very risky because if they don't win that, they will never be able.
They are making a push on ground as well. The Reavers are distracting the mosquitoes in the air, and RSPC are making an infantry push, but they don't have the numbers. They don't have the amount of people to deal with harassers and to deal with the infantry. And we see NC again get wiped, trying to push the point.
That's a dead car. Amazing. The next push is gonna be way easier for NC now.
We see more Reavers coming in to give that vital support, chasing away the remainder of the mosquitoes.
I hope those rivers have some ground-to-air solution, because outside of that, if they don't, they need to bail out of those rivers and push the point now.
Within the last minute on the catch-up point timer.
This is gonna do hell's work, I hope. 50 seconds left.
I find your effort.
Reavers trying to deal with the Sunderer. Sunderer goes down.
I see TR using a lot of C4s already, which is a mistake maybe. 30 seconds left. This is gonna be so close.
NC need to get that defensive beacon up next to point so they can just jump on the beacon, get res grenades out, and push a point.
In the match, 7 minutes.
Okay, I see the Kongs coming in. Here comes the push.
20 seconds on the point. Max goes in, unsupported.
The Max actually had to go in, otherwise it was too late, but it is too late, too little too late. Not
8
enough.
seconds, 8 seconds.
Way too many TR for NC to get this back. Especially with this red, and that is a cap. This is 2-0.
Well done to PTSD. NC going back in the point, but now they have that disadvantage of TR being able to hard spawn onto this base.
And this is as well the worst scenario for NC, because they put the air just now, engaged all those nanites into defending this base and are unsuccessful with it.
No back cap.
No, the backup of Waimir is a pain. I believe Waimir is the hardest base of the whole lane to even touch. But with the amount of time remaining, PTSD has won. There's no way NC caps the 2 bases and gets back to 2-2.
They've already redeployed to Yime Eastern Way in force, trying to look for any sort of like backcapper vehicle terminal getting repaired, potentially for a repo. Maybe Sundra. Maybe they're going to bring a Sundra. Maybe they're going to go for one last attack onto Frostfall.
If you told me that PTSD would be leading 2-0, like something like 5 minutes before the game finishes, 1 hour ago, I would never have I would have bet you were joking me.
NC Thunder coming in onto the hill where the previous TR Stealth Thunder was. NC Reavers coming in to pave way for that Thunder to essentially deploy. TR trying to push, trying to contest this Thunderer. No air support. The Reavers are so focused on the spawn that they don't defend the Thunderers.
I believe the Thunderers could defend themselves a bit more as well. This turret has been quite inactive. There we go. Sandy is deployed, although you're always fully aware of that bus.
But now, as PTSD have seen RSPC bring those Thunderers, bring that Air Force in, they could now easily backcap, knowing that NC are very heavily invested in taking this base again.
I see a massive mosquito pool again, at least 4 or 5. 6, 7, 8.
But the TR could have prevented NC from even pushing, and they're on point again.
Yeah, that's not gonna last long. Look at all those mosquitoes. This is the end of that push for NC again.
But the Mosquitoes seem to be focused on pushing the Reavers and not the point.
Oh, wait for it. Usually one of the latest Mozzies that enter is a ground pound and comes to help the point.
3 minutes 40 is a very long time to hold this base for.
Yep, and the air is gonna get full wiped right now. They are doing God's work synchronizing those air push together with what happens on the ground. Amazing from them, really. Very good lane smashing.
Three minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
As we enter the last 3 minutes, I don't think NC can cap this.
They might not even have the time to get that 1 point.
I think they're 5 seconds out. I'm calling it 2 minutes 43 seconds, and the 4 seconds out of the cap.
Second of touching the point for TR, and NC is out of it. And this is it. This is 2-0. You know what's a shame? The API being down, we couldn't even track what happened. I would have loved to see the impact of air and how many kills the air pulled.
Yeah, Cobalt Bus keeping the NC at bay, hiding in the double stack.
This is what I disliked. I saw the NC buses always with double cobalt, and I understand the wish to have double cobalts, but NC never had air control, so you need those anti-air guns on the buses. On the other hand, having those on control, you can totally allow yourself to have those cobalts. Wow, 2-0 is very something I was not expecting. And that's a 2-0 with the manner, you know? It's a 2-0 when they had the upper hand for out of the, like, what it is, 2 times 40 minutes? That's 80 minutes? Yeah, I'm so dumb at math. 80 minutes, there's at least been 60 minutes of pure TR dominance. That's, wow.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
as we enter the final minute. Unfortunately, NC were pushed off the capture point. There's nothing either team can do right now.
So, Alex Squire, you're gonna get this answer in 3 minutes, but it's affecting the standings. Yes and no. Yes, we're gonna ask the organizers to fully explain this, but basically what happens is if there's no tie between teams because score, there's no reason to compare the caps anyway. So, but wow, some clapping from your
10,
side, Dots.
9, 8, 7,
Great.
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1. End of match. End of match. RSPC wins 2 or loses
No.
2-0. Sorry.